1978, Larry Holmes won the crown from Ken Norton.
You know, when it comes to being a champion, size isn't everything. Who knows better?
James Tillis from Quick to the Fighting Cowboy, and Marvis Frazier battling out of trouble in the second round, knocked Mr. Tillis out of the saddle and wins a unanimous decision. Now we move to the championship fight. The experienced veteran, unbeaten Larry Holmes against the untested, raw, talented rookie Carl Williams. Who is the truth? We went to Lake Tahoe to find out. Lake Tahoe, the training site of the contender Carl the Truth Williams. Indian legend has it that this lake was bottomless, unending and undefined. It fits the man, Williams. We found him to possess considerable depth. The lake and the fighter show ripples, but one senses you'd have to search a long time underneath Williams to find all the truth. The lion that's in the den now is Larry Holmes.
Yes, Larry is presently holding the den. And like I said, it's like older lions. They tend to overstay their reign, like in champion Larry Holmes. And we all know he's been a great champion throughout the years. That's undisputable. But like older champions, like Muhammad and those before him, they don't know when to give it up. And it's younger lions like myself that come along, and it's time for us to take over the den.
Time for the younger lions to take over the den.
How about the strategy of the fight? One obvious point would be that since you're younger and quicker perhaps than Holmes, that if you can stretch the fight to its maximum, 15 rounds, you would have a better chance to win. How do you see it?
Well, that's true. That's true. If it went the distance, I think would more or less be in my favor, because Larry is 35. Those legs are 35. See, that's the thing about boxing. Legs are so important. You know, like many sports, legs don't really mean that much in some sports. But boxing is a main sport where legs are very important. And Larry is 35 years old now, and I'm 25. I'm going to push those legs into the journey of no return.
Come on, lad. Move them old legs.
The question then, if you should defeat Larry Holmes and become the new heavyweight champion of the world, will you give him a rematch?
No question I would. He would definitely get a rematch out of sheer respect. And for being a true champion throughout the years, he would definitely get a rematch, no question.
What if you lose and are embarrassed in defeat? What happens then to the truth?
That's something that I really can't foresee. That's something that I really can't foresee based on my, I am inexperienced as far as Larry Holmes is concerned. And any fight around today you would have to say, is inexperienced as far as Larry Holmes' experience is concerned. Because he is one of the old dinosaurs.
But what if he really beat you up? What if he really humiliated you?
Larry Holmes at 35 couldn't do that to Carl Williams at 25. Impossible. Impossible.
Come on. Come on, old man. Come on.
And a final question then, Carl. Is there any more of the truth? I really like that. I like the nickname, the truth. I mean, there's a lot of ways as a reporter we can play with the truth. Now we have the facts. The truth is spoken or whatever. What is the final words, the final truth from you?
Yeah, it would have to be that I, Carl the Truth Williams, am the uncrowned king and the young heir to the throne and probably the baddest heavyweight in all the land. And that's the truth.
Soon, Carl Williams will have a rare chance to win one of the most treasured titles in all of sport, heavyweight champion of the world. The current champion, Larry Holmes, has two opponents tonight. The 25-year-old Williams with his incredible 85-inch reach, and Rocky Marciano, the former champion. That story, as our coverage from Reno continues, Holmes versus Williams, after these words from our local station.
Friday on Miami Vice, Calderon returns.
Where in the Bahamas?
Miami Vice, Friday.
With the incredible low prices at Western Auto, some customers can't help but show off a little. After all, Western Auto has more for your car and a lot more for your money. Good news like that is hard to keep to yourself.
I see you've been to Western Auto.
Yep.
During Western Auto store-wide sale, Haviland 10W40 motor oil is on sale for just 77 cents, and Turtle Wax Clear Guard is just 29 cents after rebate.
Been to Western Auto again, huh, George?
How can you tell?
Stop paying too much for auto parts. Come to Western Auto.
You never know when you might find yourself in this situation.
Sir, you're under arrest for driving while intoxicated.
When the jail doors close on you, make your one phone call count.
I'm Janet Stockard, and I'm on call to represent you in criminal cases. I serve my clients if they qualify by obtaining their prompt release from jail for DWI and other offenses covered by the hobby rule. The charge for this service is also the retainer for handling the case in court and is payable at the time of release.
How well are you conserving water? A report at 10.
The Brockton blockbuster, Rocky Marciano, retired unbeaten at the age of 32, holding the title less than 4 years. The current 35-year-old heavyweight champion Larry Holmes is risking for the 20th time. He's been the champ for nearly 7 years. 19 title defenses for Holmes, and Williams has only 16 pro fights. A lot to like about Williams. He's got fast hands and feet, articulate. He's a charming young man. Now let's go to the champion, the unbeaten Larry Holmes. Holmes seasoned and wise, and he's chasing Rocky Marciano's all-time heavyweight championship record of 49 consecutive wins. He wants to win tonight and 2 more to get 50. Holmes was only 2 years old when Rocky Marciano won the title, the heavyweight championship, from Joe Walcott. That was in 1952. It's been called the greatest one-punch knockout in heavyweight boxing history, delivered by Rocky Marciano. It came in Philadelphia in the 13th round. Champion Jersey Joe Walcott, defending his title, was well ahead on points. Apparently only a knockout by the underdog, Rocky Marciano, could win him the championship. That paralyzing right hand from the 5'10", 184-pound Marciano will be long remembered. With it, Rocky Marciano of Brockton, Massachusetts, was the new king of the heavyweights.
Dramatically, Rocky Marciano had become the new heavyweight champion of the world, defeating Jersey Joe Walcott using what was to be known as the equalizer, the one punch, the right hand, and Walcott was down and out, and Marciano was the new heavyweight champion of the world. It was one of his 49 straight professional victories. He retired the undisputed, unbeaten heavyweight champion of the world. The current champion, Larry Holmes, also undefeated, 47 in a row. And the two men, Marciano and Holmes, had a common bond. In order to maintain the perfect record, they had to beat a very popular former champion, national heroes.
For Larry Holmes, it meant beating his idol, Muhammad Ali. Holmes, almost in tears, apologized to Ali later. For Rocky Marciano, it meant an unpopular beating of the aged ex-champion and hero Joe Louis. He hurried to Louis later to tell him he was sorry.
The Brockton blockbuster, a man with an iron jaw and a will to match. He earned the undying respect from an adoring hometown, Brockton, Massachusetts, 20 miles south of Boston, a blue-collar community, once known as the shoe capital of the United States. Rocky's first bobs and weaves were in that house, 80 Brook Street here in Brockton, Massachusetts. It was here 62 years ago that Rocco Francis Marchigiano was born. His parents, Perino, a cobbler by trade, and Pasqualina, Italian immigrants, met in the United States, married here, and raised their family of 5 children. Rocky, the oldest son, was a solid athlete. At Brockton High School, he was a baseball catcher and a setter on the football team. His brother and sister still live in the Brockton area. Their memories of Rocky are special.
As a young guy growing up 17 years younger than him, I would have small problems, but to him they weren't small. He tried to always be helpful. He was very close. The family influence was always very close, and this was Rocky Marciano.
He was a very caring person. He was protective of his sisters. He was loving to his mother and father. He was a great father to his children and husband to his wife, and generous.
Rocky left high school after his junior year and joined the U.S. Army. It was there that he first took up boxing, and he succeeded, despite less than an ideal physical makeup.
Number one, he was too old to start. He was too short for a heavyweight, 5'10½". He only weighed about 185 pounds, and he broke every rule in the book. He was an exception.
Marciano built an impressive undefeated record, and finally, after 42 consecutive wins, he earned a shot at the heavyweight championship of the world.
Well, of course, we assume that each of you fellas feels that he can win this fight. And, Rocky, I want to know, how do you think you can handle Joe Walcott in the ring?
Well, that's yet to be seen. This is a shot I've been waiting for, and I'm ready for the fight of my life.
Good enough, Rocky. And, Joe Walcott, how do you think you're going to handle yourself in defending that World Heavyweight Championship?
Well, I feel very good and very confident. I know I have a tough job, but I think after the 23rd, I'll still be the heavyweight champion of the world.
In the first round, Walcott came out there and hit him with a left hook and dropped him. Well, at that time, you could hear a pin drop. My heart did a little palpation. In the 13th round, I'll never forget that. Walcott was up against the ropes and just weaved over to the right to let that long right hand go, and Rocky threw that inside right, a straight right hand. It wasn't a loop of one. He caught him smash on the chin, and Walcott's face looked like it was made of rubber.
He was strong, determined, absolutely stupidly stubborn.
I think there were two things that won the title for Marciano and kept him undefeated, and that was his conditioning. He was always in superb condition, and his dedication.
Well, Rocky Marciano was what the name signifies, a rock.
Marciano successfully defended his title 6 times, beating Walcott in a rematch, as did Charles twice, Roland Lastarza, and Don Cockle. And finally, he defended against the highly popular light heavyweight, Archie Moore. So the mongoose, Archie Moore, became the 49th consecutive victim of Rocky Marciano. No heavyweight before, and none since, can make the claim, 49 out of 49. In 1956, at the age of 32, he retired.
He promised my wife that I would retire before the month of May arrived. We were on a vacation in South America when I made that promise. I like to profit by others' mistakes, and if Joe Louis couldn't make a successful comeback, I will not try it.
On August 31st, 1969, the day before his 46th birthday, Rocky Marciano died in a private plane crash in Newton, Iowa. Larry Holmes, the IBF champion, 47-0, and closing in on the Marciano record. But if he breaks that mark, can these two champions honestly be compared?
I think that in a fight between Marciano and Holmes, I think Holmes would certainly outpoint Marciano up until the time when Marciano knocked him out.
There is no way that you can make comparisons. You know, different styles, different period.
Holmes would have got off quickly. He would have been beating Marciano, beating him badly. Marciano would have caught up to him, and in my estimation, would have knocked him out.
Delicious fodder for saloon debates. Marciano or Holmes, Holmes-Marciano. Wonderfully impossible to compare. Nevertheless, here in 1985, Marciano's record still stands. If it should fall to Larry Holmes, it will produce a reaction as immediate as a Marciano right hand. Rocky Marciano with that silencer, and some of the old-timers feel he would have knocked out Holmes, although Holmes would have won most of the rounds. Well, one of the strengths of the current champion, Larry Holmes, is he's a great counterpuncher. So here he is now with his side from his corner. Here's the rebuttal from the current champ.
It's not my problem if people do not happy that I broke Marciano's record. People were not happy when I won the title. People are not happy that I've continued to defend my title with 20 successful title defenses. Don King is not happy because I'm not fighting for him for this show. So a lot of people are not happy, but you know, I'm happy.
But those on the other side say you're not fighting anyone. How do you defend the fact that you're not fighting the men in the ring that Marciano did as a champion.
Whatever people want to say about Larry Holmes, that's their hard luck. And if they want to get into Marciano and me, they better take a good look at his record and get in the history book like I did and see what he fought his brother 4 times under different assumed names and find out why he got suspended in different cities, because he was taking on brothers, and at that time he was fighting exhibition fights and they was counting them as fights. So if we, in essence, Rocky Marciano's record is really broke. We just doing this now for the public and the dollars and the enjoyment.
Champions don't think about losing, that's why they're number one. But should you lose, how would you react tonight?
I shake his hand and say, good luck to you, son.
Good luck to you, sir. He is an 8-1 favorite to beat his young challenger tonight, and we're set. We're moments away from the entrance of the two gladiators. First, our national anthem to be sung by famed star Jose Feliciano.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if we all please rise, as the incomparable Jose Feliciano will lead us in the singing and playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jose Feliciano.
The dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, they gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land and of the free and the home of the brave?
Fathers, sons, brothers, friends, the dreams of a nation you fought to defend. And though time has passed, it's clear to see that you're still alive in our memory. On Memorial Day, in our hearts we say, we remember.
We remember those who served our country and the families they left behind. That's why Coors has established a scholarship fund of $500,000 to help sons and daughters of American veterans who paid the price. With your help, this fund can grow even larger. This month, look for the Coors and Coors Light display and help us help them.
And though time has passed, it's clear to see that you're still alive in our memory.
We remember.
This NBC Sports Special is brought to you by the Stroh Brewery Company. Family brewed quality for over 200 years. Brewers of Stroh's, Old Milwaukee, and other fine beers. Here comes the Truth Williams, the challenger. He's 25 years of age from New York, a Golden Glove champion there. youth on his side. He's 10 years younger than the champion, but as we said, he's had only 16 pro fights, while Holmes, the veteran, has fought 19 times defending his title, and this would have to be the longest trip of his unbeaten career. Williams, hard to imagine what's happening inside that young man. He has seemed very composed and in control, even when taunted by Holmes at the weigh-in yesterday. Crowd now recognizing Williams as he first enters the arena. He's a heavy underdog. He says he'll force the action. With him is his trainer, Carmine Graziano. They've worked at Lake Tahoe at a much higher altitude than Reno, which they feel will help if the fight goes the distance. And the experts feel if Williams has any chance at all, it'll be to stretch Holmes into the late rounds. He is built like a tight end, 6'4" and 215. As you see when he takes off the robe, a marvelous build. He's a great athlete and quick hands and quick feet, and he was very impressive in that regard. Whether he can throw a solid punch and knock Holmes back, or whether he can take a punch, that will be part of the whole process tonight. And now they ready the champion. Meanwhile, Carl Williams now acknowledged as he enters the ring. Did not start boxing until 20 years. He said he did some of his fighting in his home area, was unbeaten there. He technically was unbeaten as an amateur, lost one fight in a disqualification for slapping, and unbeaten in his 16 pro fights. The one measure that we can give you, you just saw James Tillis get Frazier in early trouble. That's what he did to Williams, but Williams rallied to take a 10-round decision in his last fight. There's the championship belt. And behind it will come the champion and his entourage from Easton, Pennsylvania, Larry Holmes. His 20th title defense. He beat Ken Norton for the title down in Las Vegas. That was in 1978. With him, his veteran trainer, Eddie Futch, regarded as one of the best men ever in the corner. Holmes' strengths, that long left jab, an excellent counterpuncher. His right hand could be the punch to watch, and he now is recognized here at the Lawler Events Arena. For Holmes, this will be a $2.3 million pay night, while Williams gets only, as he said, $1.50, $150,000. But Holmes said, hey, I've given you the chance to make a lot of money, but you've got to beat me first. It's a match between youth and age, experience and raw talent.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Lawler Event Center of this beautiful city of Reno and the Silver State of Nevada, Murad Muhammad, president of Murad Productions, is proud to present Quest for Glory, the International Boxing Federation Heavyweight Championship bout scheduled for 15 rounds. Is approved and sanctioned by both the International Boxing Federation, the Honorable Robert W. Lee, President, and by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, the Honorable Sig Rogish, Chairman. In attendance, Commissioners Dwayne Ford, Sam Macias, Art Lurie, and Freddie Little. The chief physician in attendance at ringside this evening is Charles Filippini, along with Dr. Flip Homansky. The judges, Jerry Roth of Las Vegas, Al Rothenberg of Virginia Beach, Virginia, and Paul Gibbs of Seattle, Washington. The timekeeper at the bell is Dan Connolly, counting for the knockdown seconds, John Rogers. In the ring at this time, the man in charge of this scheduled 15-round IBF Heavyweight Championship bout from Reno, Nevada, referee Mills Lane. And now, boxing fans, introducing the principals. First, in the blue corner, wearing the all-white trunks. He weighed in at an even 215 pounds. This gentleman is undefeated in 16 professional bouts with 12 knockouts. From White Plains, New York, ladies and gentlemen, here is the challenger, Carl "The Truth" Williams. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing the white trunks with the red trim. He tipped in at 222 1/4 pounds. This young man is undefeated in 47 professional bouts with 34 knockouts. Ladies and gentlemen, the only recognized heavyweight champion, the International Boxing Federation champion, Larry Holmes.
And so the champion Larry Holmes defends for the 20th time against Carl Williams. Let's go to ringside. Here's Marvin Furty.
Thank you, Dick. Of the psychological warfare taking place between the champion Larry Holmes and Carl "The Truth" Williams. Scoring on the 10-point must system. Mandatory 8 count in effect, no standing 8. 3 knockdown rule not in effect. The bell will not save the fighter except in the final round. Carl Williams' strategy against Holmes, he feels Holmes won't go to the body. So he says he's more concerned about putting what he calls a fence around his head, looking to block Holmes' rights with his forearms. Ball starts, says Mills Lane. Now we're underway for the heavyweight championship of the world.
Larry running right out there. Right off the bat, you can see, as they were warming up, Carl "The Truth" Williams is dripping with perspiration, means he warmed up good. Nice stiff jab to open the bout. Audience can see almost right off the bat, they're mirror images of each other. They look alike. One looking like a very young version of the other.
And Carl Williams with that long reach at 85 inches. Holmes at 81.
Holmes looking to go to the body with that jab. Carl standing right in front of him, not giving him side-to-side movement. Standing in front and out-jabbing Larry Holmes, which in the opening minutes is some kind of feat because Larry's very good at the beginning. Good, strong right hand by Holmes. And that's what Carl gets for getting too close to that powerful right hand of the champion, Larry Holmes.
Carl Williams has had a history of right hand injuries, although he says that right hand is just fine.
There's nothing wrong with his left. He is out jabbing Larry Holmes at the beginning of this round.
Major question about Williams is the chin. That is why he roundhouse attempt by Williams, and then the combination. That is why Williams says he wants to protect his head. He was knocked down twice in the first round of his last bout by James Tillis, and then went on to win the decision over Tillis.
He's confident he can out-jab Larry now, and he's standing right in front of him, which could be a mistake because Larry can fire that right hand very sharply over the extended left jab of Carl "The Truth" Williams.
Less than a minute left in this opening round, and Williams getting the left jab in.
They're much faster, and they're landing, forcing Larry to go back. Larry showing a little frustration and exasperation at that jab going in there as if to say, come on, let's rumble here. The young man not losing his composure, certainly has and appears to have the confidence that we spoke of at the top of the show and not giving Larry respect.
That right hand by Williams grazing Holmes, and he is hitting pay dirt with the left jab. So a solid first round offering by the younger man, Carl "The Truth" Williams, scoring with the left jab. We'll be back right after these words.
Can you believe it? JT with an $18 million contract?
Sure is a long way from the playground.
Think you still drink Strohs? Yeah. Hey, guys.
JT, Mr. Millionaire.
Richard. Timothy.
Oh, man.
Oh, this is all right. Glad he didn't forget his friend. Or his Strohs. Where is the Strohs? Out by the pool. The pool?
Strohs and Stroh-Lights.
Now that's a cooler.
Fire brewed for smoother taste.
A one-man army out to finish his own private war. What you call hell, he calls home. Stallone is back as Rambo.
I'm coming to get you.
First Blood, Part 2, rated R. Starts Wednesday at a theater near you.
Back in Reno, Marv Albert, Ferdy Pacheco, and Ferdy, the last primetime fight that NBC televised at this point. We were into replays with Holmes stopping Marvis Frazier in round 1. So a good start here from that point of view.
You had to remind me of Carl the Truth Williams stood. Oh, good right hand by Holmes.
That's the first telling blow landed by Holmes as Williams continues to get that left jab in. Carl Williams standing throughout the rest period between rounds 1 and 2 as if to send a message to Holmes that he feels very fine.
But he's standing right straight in front of Larry Holmes. He has not attempted any lateral movement, and he certainly stopped jabbing. That right hand made him stop jabbing. That's a mistake.
Larry Holmes looking to get that right hand in. He almost did a moment ago with a very nifty combination.
Larry's trying to finish this with a cocked right hand, but that one right hand landed and did not seem to faze Carl the Truth Williams, but it did stop him from jabbing. Made him think about it.
Left hand by Williams, followed by the right.
Larry trying too hard to end this in a hurry. Not going back to his boxing and his basics. He's just trying too hard to put Carl the Truth Williams out. Truth getting a little cocky because he's outspeeding Larry Holmes. You have to go all the way back to the Witherspoon fight to see somebody out-jab Larry Holmes. Holmes looking a little bit confused.
But we are very early. And Carl Williams, to this point, has been able to paint the face of Holmes with that left hand. Crowd reacting to the combination.
What you're seeing here is the speed and reflex of a young man against the slowed down reflexes of an older and more experienced fighter.
As you can see on the lower right-hand corner, that is running time, and we will stay with the clock right throughout. 2:35 into the second round.
Boy, Larry wants to throw that right hand so bad.
Combination by Williams.
Champ getting a little frustrated and exasperated through two amateurish punches.
Final seconds. Second round, and another strong one for the Truth.
Mount Hood, Oregon and Old Milwaukee both mean something great to these guys. Mount Hood means the best summer skiing in America. And Old Milwaukee means a great beer. Cold, crisp Old Milwaukee beer and smooth, golden Old Milwaukee Light. Old Milwaukee and Old Milwaukee Light. Taste as great as their name.
Man, it doesn't get any better than this.
Mom, I'm gonna race in the Grand Prix.
That's nice, Billy. Be home for supper.
This is the big race. Okay, Energizer, don't let me down.
In the lead, it's Billy Woodruff's car, powered by the Energizer. No leading battery lasts longer. You can't beat it.
Mom, can Cindy stay for supper?
Cindy?
She came with the trophy.
The Energizer, nothing outlasts it. It's power beyond your wildest dreams.
And this is round 3. Carl Williams in only his 17th professional bout. He's 16-0, 12 by knockout, going up against the man who is 47-0. And again, a reminder, we are very early. But Williams has been taking the fight to the champion to this point.
And won the first 2 rounds, unofficially on my scorecard, with an exceptionally fast jab and smart combinations, which seemed to have the champion a little confused. Larry has got to go back to the basics. He can't look for that big right hand. He is looking for the big right hand. It's not going to land that way. He's got to get his jab going. There he goes. And now comes the right.
And he has that right hand cocked and ready to go. Holmes does come off one of his better performances in his last bout against David Bay. And that time Holmes nearly landed with the counter.
Whoa, 2 cannon shots by both men and both missed. Larry not convinced that he can't land that right hand. He's still doing it this round.
Oh, Williams continues to snap the jab on Holmes as we hit the halfway point of round 3.
Now, if he had movement with that jab and could get away from the right hand, he's got something going for him. He's got to have that movement so that Larry can't time the left hand and cross with the right.
There's the Holmes jab.
Holmes jab is going to be followed by the Holmes right because that's what the jab is for.
Less than a minute left, round 3. Holmes did get a right hand in.
But took a terrible shot to the body in exchange.
Holmes to this point having difficulty getting to the bigger man Williams. Pawing away.
That's why he didn't want to fight a big man. He has continuously said he wanted to fight a smaller, lighter man. And this just came up. Uh-oh, blood on the left eye of Carl the Truth Williams. A small trickle of blood. Holmes getting a little closer and down to business. Good cut, man, in the corner of Williams in Eddie Aliano, so that should be no problem.
Final seconds of this 3rd round, scheduled for 15. And we'll be back in 30 seconds. Back to the corner of Carl Williams.
Give me a light. Bud Light.
If you just ask for a light beer, you never know what you'll get.
Bud Light!
So if you want the less filling light beer with the first name and taste, don't just ask for a light beer.
Give me a light.
Ask them to bring out their best. Bud Light. Because everything else is just a light.
Now look at that long left jab of Carl the Truth Williams, a jab that has been compared to the jab of Larry Holmes, snapping the head back of Holmes as we check out the corner of Williams.
No, it stays with it. Let it fall right out.
Get that stuff out of there.
It's okay.
What was Mills Lane angry about, saying get that stuff out of there?
He wants that coagulant out of Carl the Truth Williams' eye. They put what looked like a boulder dam there of white stuff. A coagulant that Carmine Graziano says that stays there. And the bell rang and solved that problem. It stayed.
This is round 4, scheduled for 15. Larry Holmes defending his heavyweight title against Carl Williams and has been having his problems with that jab of Williams doubling up.
Holmes reaching for the ropes. A sure sign when he's hurt. Holmes reaches over for the ropes. Carl the Truth Williams begins these rounds in fantastic fashion, but then he sort of winds down as Holmes starts to close.
And the crowd chanting for the truth. The crowd looking to the underdog as Williams continues to back up Holmes. And now a chant of Larry for Larry Holmes.
Truth keeping the pressure on, although he slows down as the round progresses. If he could put together a 3-minute round of pressure, Larry would begin to feel that he's got to do something dramatic to change this around.
Now Holmes landing with that left jab. Williams continues to force the action.
What Carl the Truth is doing is feinting Holmes. Holmes is going for the feint. If he had more experience, as he did just then, if he had more experience, he would be landing even more solidly than he does. Larry is going for every fake.
Good counter by Holmes, and Williams shakes his head as if to say, "You didn't hurt me," and comes right back. Approaching 20 seconds remaining.
Oh, a thumb. He got thumbed. The Truth Williams got thumbed. Now Larry crosses the right hand.
Final seconds, 4th round.
You were making advances to a woman who was clearly involved with another man.
If you don't make calls, you don't make any sales.
This man does not represent me, Your Honor.
Monty Brewster was down on his luck until...
I think I just inherited $30 million.
If he can spend every penny and have nothing to show for it, he'll inherit 300.
Well, we're going to have a lot of fun with this kind of money.
Brewster's Millions, rated PG. Starts Wednesday at select theaters.
On NBC Sports World, we ask you to dream the dreams of a champion. Score the winning touchdown, win the World Series, go toe-to-toe with boxing's greatest. And thousands of viewers responded. Now find out whose fantasies will come true. On NBC Sports World, there is a world of difference.
Hi, I'm Kenny Rogers. Join me Saturday for a very, very special adaptation of We Are the World on NBC Sports World.
Once again, repairs over the left eye of Carl Williams between rounds as we get underway here in round number 5.
The repairs on what looks like a nasty little cut. The injury was the thumb, and as Mills Lane came over to complain about the substance being put on, Carmine said, yeah, but make him close his hand when he jabs. He's thumbing. We've seen Larry Holmes do that his entire career.
And referee Mills Lane separating these two big heavyweights. Carl the Truth Williams, 25 years old, born in West Palm Beach, Florida, grew up in the New York City area, going up against the 35-year-old champion, Larry Holmes. Marv Albert with the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco, along with Dick Enberg from Reno, Nevada. And things beginning to get interesting. Carl Williams given very little chance at the champion, has hung in and has carried the fight to this point and has landed with a combination.
Larry tried to bounce like Ali and pop a jab off the bounce. Carl the Truth Williams brought him right down to his feet into reality with a good series.
Larry Holmes looking to that left eye of Williams. He has found a target, and he's looking to get the jab in on it.
Well, that's going to be his chance if they can stop this fight on a cut, because this kid shows no quit in him right now. He is on a causeway here. He knows where he's going. Oh, what a shot by Carl the Truth Williams that missed.
Coming up on a minute left in this 5th round.
If, as the experts speculate, this goes longer, it is to the disadvantage of Larry Holmes, who has not trained overly long for this. He's got a roll of fat around his midsection, and it should be in the favor of the younger man who has been diligently training for 6 weeks.
Depending on the severity of that cut by the eye, good combination by Holmes. And Williams able to answer. Oh, right hand by Williams. Looked like he hurt Holmes. Holmes trying to fight out of it.
Oh, can't get careless now.
Williams complained he was hit on the top of the head by Holmes. So this heavyweight championship bout will continue on to round 6.
Hey guys, I'm back. Catch anything, Riley?
Yeah, caught this granddaddy of a fish. But when I got him in the boat, he says, I'll give you 3 wishes if you throw me back.
A talking fish?
Well, it was hot. I was thirsty, so I wished for a nice cold Stroh's beer. And there it was. Tasted so good, I wished for another one.
2 wishes, 2 Strohs. And what'd you do with the 3rd wish?
Hey, did I forget my friends here?
Strohs and Stroh Light, fire brewed for smoother taste.
Hello, I'm looking for some lightweight, soft-sided luggage.
May I point out features that should be checked carefully, like the zipper, the handle?
Very sturdy.
Now look at the construction. Of course, the wheel should operate smoothly.
I'll take the Samsonite.
Excellent.
Or just look for this feature, and you'll be assured it has all the others.
We're Beatrice.
Larry Holmes out for round number 6 to meet up with Carl Williams. Referee Mills Lane again complaining about the substance being used over the left eye of Williams. Run into the corner once again.
And look at that jab of Williams. Well, if it's approved by the commission and they're using improved substance, they can put in what they want. If it's approved, they just can't put in too much. The approval was given by the commission at the hearing, at the meeting of the weigh-in, and there are certain things you can't use and certain things you can. It's standard almost throughout the United States. And of course, they've got one of the best cut men in the world, Eddie Aliato.
Holmes tying up Williams, and Mills Lane able to step between.
Williams giving no respect whatsoever to Larry Holmes, out jabbing him and beating him with combinations. Right now, he's ahead on my unofficial scorecard, 49-46, and it is quite unofficial.
Scoring is on the 10-point must system, and the scoring handled by the 3 judges. Referee does not vote.
Come on.
Very important what just occurred. Mills Lane said, close your glove. Larry jabs with an open glove, which is what harms the fighter, as it already happened to Carl the Truth Williams. If he continues to do that, Lane can take away a point.
That was a slap by Williams on that last jab attempt. Carl Williams setting the pace right from the start by getting the left jab in, square to the nose of Holmes, and he continues to land.
And you can tell the effectiveness of a jab by the way it drives the other fighter back. Drives his head back and takes any plans of immediate action out of his head. If it's a jab that misses, Larry can cross with the right hand. He has not been able to do that with any degree of success.
And that is what Holmes is looking to do. That time he grazed the chin. Here's Williams. He backed up Holmes. He was able to stun him.
Oddly enough, that's where he's most dangerous, because don't look at the corner, says the corner as he looks right over there. Never take your eyes off your opponent.
Good right hand by Holmes as we come up to 10 seconds left in the round. But once again, a strong round for Carl the Truth Williams.
bartender's next big league pitcher. And loves to serve fire-brewed Strohs. See what I mean? That was his fastball. That was the curve. Look out. Wild pitch.
What was that?
Relief pitcher.
Strohs and Stroh Light, fire brewed for smoother taste.
I care about you, the way you look, the way you set me free. I care about you, 'cause you're special to me.
Owning a turbo feels special, but the feeling won't last if your oil breaks down and your turbocharger goes with it. That's why we make Valvoline Turbo 5, the motor oil specially formulated to withstand the intense heat and stress of turbos. Valvoline, because your car is special.
'Cause you're special to me.
Between rounds, Jake Holmes, the brother of Larry, in Larry's corner, telling him, "You're waiting too long. Let's get going." Of course, he said it in stronger terms.
Much more forceful as one brother can talk to the other. It's interesting that he talked through the whole through the whole round, but the main voice, Eddie Futch, the brains in that corner, didn't say a word. He'd be much better served if Eddie starts to give him a menu of options, because he is running out of trying to out-jab this young kid. Call the truth, Williams cannot abandon his game plan. He is winning this fight with his game plan of the jab, crossing with the right in combinations, and then moving out of trouble.
And you have to figure that Carl the Truth Williams wants this fight to extend against the 35-year-old Larry Holmes, but Holmes knows one right hand could do it, particularly with the question about the chin of Carl Williams. In his last bout, James Tillis put him down twice in the first round, and then Williams did come back to win by decision.
Heavy jabs being traded. That's not good for Carl the Truth Williams. Here's the Holmes right hand about to come over.
But Holmes not able to connect.
What Williams has to do is jab when he sees that right hand about to come over and disconcert him, as he has done for the past 6 rounds. He almost has a radar about that right hand. When it looks like it's about to come, he flicks those jabs in there and stops Larry from throwing it.
Right hand followed by the left by Holmes. This is round 7, scheduled for 15.
Holmes is not really showing any signs of weariness yet. He is not showing any signs of rust. Here comes the right hand again. You can just see Larry cocking it. And that kid, Carl the Truth Williams, cannot stand in front of Larry.
And again, the blood flowing out of the left eye of Williams. Close your hands, shouts the referee Mills Lane.
Well, he's got to warn him that he's going to take a point away if he doesn't.
Oh, there's the right hand, and again by Holmes. Williams shakes his head no, as if to say it didn't hurt.
Well, he's going to shake his head all the way down to the canvas if he stands there and says that, because Larry Holmes will put you away with that right hand.
Williams answering the question we asked right at the start, would he be in awe of Larry Holmes, but continues to show great confidence.
We improved the new Ford Escort in a lot of different areas. We improved it in the area of performance with quicker acceleration. We improved it in the area of efficiency with better gas mileage. And now we even improved it in the area of financing with a new low 8.8 annual percentage rate, which is quite an impressive offer on a car already the bestseller in this area.
For 8.8 financing on the new Escort. Take delivery by June 3rd.
Milton, the Iceman McCrory. His icy approach has chilled more than one boxer. One of boxing's hottest properties, the champ unleashes a vicious cleanup hook that levels opponents. McCrory battles Santana. The Iceman cometh to NBC Sports World Sunday.
Let's look at Larry Holmes as he throws that right hand twice. The Truth Williams shakes his head. It's nothing, but Larry keeps putting that right hand in. The Truth's got to keep moving.
So some schoolyard tactics from Carl Williams, who grew up in the New York City area, looking to bother Holmes. Continues to indicate that Holmes has had no effect on him with the right hand. Carl Williams, very effective with the jab from the start. And so we are round 8.
That last round was the first one I gave Larry Holmes since the third. It is now 68-65 in favor of Carl the Truth Williams, quite unofficially. I do not hesitate to remind you, but it does appear that Carl the Truth Williams is out-jabbing the champion, and as long as he moves and sticks to his game plan, he is winning the rounds. When he slows down and just watches Holmes, he's going to be looking at right hands bouncing off his chin.
We are 1 minute in. Round 8. Scoring is handled by 3 judges. Al Rothenberg of Virginia Beach, Virginia. Jerry Roth of Las Vegas. Paul Gibbs of Seattle. Referee Mills Lane does not score the bout. And it's on the 10-point must. And here is Holmes landing with the jab.
Carl the Truth Williams coming back with 2 jabs and a hook of his own. Crossed the right, which didn't land. But Holmes is picking up the pace, no question about it. He knows he can't stay here. Holmes going to work in pay dirt down below.
Again, the slap by Williams. I think Williams getting a little bit too cocky, or is that part of the game plan?
I think that's a little... Oh, is that out of a Popeye movie? Just the breeze shook Holmes. He's got to throw something. He cannot stand there. Holmes will let fly with the right hand. It looks to me as if Carl the Truth Williams, running on nervous energy and adrenaline, has reached this point and has run temporarily out of the enthusiasm they had before in the gas. He has not kept up that feverish pace that won him all the beginning rounds. He's doing all right, but he's slowing down. Holmes does not seem effective. He's a total pro that he is. He's just waiting for the time that he can knock him out.
So final seconds of this 8th round, and now Williams looking to step it up. We'll be back right after this message.
Shake, 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 shake it on down. Shake, shake, shake it on down now. Shake, shake, shake it on down the line. I said shake, 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 shake it on down.
When we test big Ford pickups, we really shake them up above and beyond how you normally drive your truck. That's another reason why we can say they're built Ford tough.
Shake, 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 shake it on down.
The best built American trucks are built Ford tough.
Mr. Clark, my hemorrhoids are really bothering me.
Pain, itch?
And swelling.
Then use Preparation H. It relieves the pain, itch, and swelling.
Doctor recommended, hospital tested Preparation H often gives hours of relief from pain and itch. And what's more, it actually helps shrink swelling of inflamed hemorrhoidal tissues.
Mr. Clark, you were right. Preparation H works great.
Get doctor recommended Preparation H.
It relieves pain, itch, and swelling.
From overhead, a look at that roundhouse attempt by Carl Williams, and we are on to round 9. Marv Albert with the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco, and Dick Enberg from Reno, Nevada. And Carl Williams, at least on our unofficial scorecard, with the edge over the champion, Larry Holmes, and continues to do it with the left jab.
He's 78-75, quite unofficially, but something ominous happened in the corner. He came back and he said, "I'm tired." Graziano said, "You're tired." He is more tired. Oh, a little forearm to the trachea there. And Larry said, "I didn't mean it." say tired in the corner. Just don't talk about it.
But Williams looking to get up on his toes once again.
That's what he should do. He's ahead of this fight, and he should be boxing and trying to let Larry exhaust himself to catch up.